This is Srina Chatterjee from Kolkata, India. Now, this time for this exhibition, online exhibition, Scrap to Shape, I've decided to do some craft work and using some old, say, coffee jars, pickle jars, and upcycling or recycling them, decorating them with scraps of paper, cloth, whatever I could lay my hands on, and thereafter applying some acrylic colors to brighten things up. Over the years, I have actually been working with, say, paper mache, with scraps of cloth, with whatever is available at home in these very difficult times. And yes, it has been very interesting that, one can actually do their little bit for planet Earth and actually upcycle or recycle whatever they can, use from their homes, whatever's lying around at home. And instead of, say, adding everything to the junk heap, let's create some art out of it. Now, I thought that perhaps not just turning, say, the jam bottle into a sculpture per se, I thought maybe I could use the lid as well and keep the utilitarian purpose in hand and yet have something decorative. Now, the interesting thing that I actually came across while I was working, that when I applied, say, these acrylic colors on the glass or plastic surface, I could actually directly stick bits of paper without really using too much of it, any added adhesive. So that was one plus point. And ultimately, I came up with some, well, strange looking animal shapes, but something different anyway. So I'll just show you, say, one which is sitting right here. This is actually made on a plastic jar, and there's scraps of old magazine pieces of magazines and other paper, watercolor paper and used papers. And it's all stuck together. I've had to use perhaps a little adhesive here and there, but as you can see, there's lots of fabric colors or acrylic colors on this. Now, it's very simple to do actually. I've got this in progress. As you can see, this is a glass jam jar, and I've already painted some part of it, and I'm waiting for it to dry thoroughly before I apply any more colors on this. I will be applying some more at the back, and thereafter I will turn it into another work of art. Now, this journey of being an eco-warrior has been very, very fulfilling, in the sense, I think it's so important for all of us as artists to also give back to Mother Earth in some small way. And in these very difficult pandemic times, the smallest way possible is using whatever we have in our homes, in our cupboards, and upcycling or recycling those particular objects. So that's exactly what I've done, and I've actually recreated some, let's say, yes, little jars. These jars are still jars, but they are decorated, and there are things that I've added. As you can see here, I've stuck paper on the red paint itself, and then I've added little bit of extra paper here to make this a little protruding from the surface, and I painted acrylics all over the jar. Now, my art journey began many years ago. In 1991, I had completed my master's in printmaking from Kalabhavan Shantiniketan, and thereafter I've been an art facilitator in various schools where I've taught children, and it's been a very fulfilling life. And thereafter, I mean, I have of course been highly influenced and encouraged, and somehow, I don't know, child art is something that is so fascinating for me. Influenced in the sense, not consciously, but you can't help it when you see bright colors around you, when children work with bright colors, with interesting shapes, simple forms. Those kind of stick with you somewhere. And I've actually worked a lot with clay as well, and doing pinch work, pinch pots, and making little pinched animals. So all those little experiences have kind of come together. And I think now, in this for this particular exhibition or this particular series, I've kind of gone back in the past and thought of the funny shapes I used to see when students were working with me or I was working with students. And those have kind of come out again and manifested themselves. So I hope you like what you saw, and I'm just going to show you another one. Here's another character with a nice floppy hat. And here's a little mouse. And I would like to wish everyone all the very best. And thank you for your time.